you're doing amazing today. So it's our usual daily market analysis and possibly the last video I'll be recording for the year 2026. I'm not sure yet, but I'm literally just taking a break right now. No serious trade, nothing really fancy, just the usual. And before we actually move forward, I want to really talk about DXY. We take a look at the trade I have running, and then we talk about gold and any trade opportunity in the market, and then we wrap it up for today. So let's start with DXY, or let's start with my trade, the one I have running right now. So on euro dollar, yesterday we saw that euro dollar made a very interesting jump all the way back to the upside. I have a very decent, I think 55 pip stop loss on that one. So it seems like it's still holding this particular the supply zone at the top here is still pretty much holding the price. All right, and I'm not sure if this is gonna last longer because all we have left is around 20 to 25 pip stop loss. Okay, but so far so good. I don't have planned closing this one manually. I will really just let stop loss kind of take it out itself. But in my opinion, it's a very good trade. It just didn't work out well, or it just didn't work out as planned. But I'm still gonna leave it to keep running. NZD dollar on the other hand, that one got me taken out already. All right, ran really well, right? But oof, yesterday intense pressure on dollar. The dollar weakness was quite intense, so it got it trailed out around. Got it taken out at the top here, which is very decent. I like 30 pip stop loss, nothing biggie. All right, so that one is done. Gonna remove all this drama. We plan for what is coming next. All right, and we see how to prepare ourselves again moving forward on NZD US dollar. So I'm gonna move it down a little bit to this particular region here, and that was that. So USDJPY was a very fine one. Also got me trailed out yesterday around this region. I was able to close, give or take, I think 125 pips. So that was a very good one, I must say, on USDJPY. Am I looking for another entry on dollar yen? I don't know yet. Okay, I have to say that I don't know yet if I'm going to be taking another one. Okay, but right now it doesn't look super cool yet. So I will just watch out. Okay, I will simply just sit down and watch how it all goes for now. But I don't think I want to jump into another buy or another short on dollar yen yet. So I'm going to move it down also to just keep it there. But I will come back there to talk about it, to see if there's any opportunity looming around. But right now, this entire structure on dollar yen, it's giving me a question mark kind of vibe. And it's the end of the year, okay? Everything is, the market, even the big banks, all of them are on break. You can see bank holiday throughout this week and next week. All right, this is next week, bank holiday. Nothing is really screaming, jump into the market for me. So I'm going to just take that away and we focus on the market, just something we can actually look into. And then look, we have gold right here. We all love gold, right? And gold made a very nice jump yesterday. It started on Friday, made a fresh new high, and it continues to yesterday. So this is a very good one. Got taken out at the top there. I wasn't even planning to take that trade out, but got taken out. Very good trade so far. I think gold is a very good one. So what do we have on gold? We're going to talk about that also later. The trade is closed. I think it closed around, give or take, how many pips is this? I think, yeah, that's like 1,300 pips, all right? Like 1,300 pips. That's a very good $130 0.01. So that's a beautiful trade right there. And that's more like it on, on gold. So I will see if we can get another setup on it. If not, we're just gonna leave it alone for the rest of the year and come back possibly next year. All right. So that is that on on the majors or the trade I have running or the one that kind of got me taken out, right? So the next course of action now is to focus on dollar. Let's talk about the dollar itself, DXY. So DXY bearish momentum continues as we have seen in the last couple of days. And before we even take it a little deeper, I want us to really talk about what's it called again? The US economic heat map. I want to be able to see it very clearly like this. I don't want it too big. So I'm just going to put it that way. I'm going to leave it here. So dollar index, for now, the US economic heat map is not looking very good, despite the fact that they have a very robust quarterly GDP that was released December 23, which is yesterday. I mean, look at this. This is very good. 4.3%. It's either this is a big lie or GDP doesn't really make any sense or have any impact on the market anymore, right? You can't have a data like this released yesterday and then you still end up having such a massive dump, right? I mean, make it make sense, right? Make it make sense. But I also heard that what's it called again? We have consumer confidence yesterday, right? I think we have to take it all the way to the lowest of the low when it comes to the economy. Let's take it to the lowest of the low. So yesterday, which is Tuesday, we have the FOMC meeting, we have Treasury currency report, we have API weekly statistical bulletin, those are surveys, we have Chicago PMIs, we have ADP, all right? And that's more like everything we had in the United States yesterday, right? And that was December Tuesday. Oh, this is last week. This is next week, excuse me. Okay, I think I messed up there. So let's focus on yesterday on Tuesday. Good. This is what I was supposed to be looking at. So this is how everything happened there's a lot of data that came out in the United States yesterday. Very, very much. Okay. We have the core durable goods, the durable goods, and the preliminary GDP. Okay, this is the GDP we had yesterday. Okay, the preliminary GDP right there. It beats the forecast or the expectation, but still the market didn't budge. Although the core durable goods dropped, all right, also the durable goods, both of them dropped, which is not very good, meaning that people are still not, consumer confidence is still not there yet. Okay, people are still not confident in buying stuff. So both retails and wholesales are really not making so much money, which is going to affect the government, going to affect the banks, because when people don't spend money, bank won't get the money. Probably people that borrow money for their business will not be able to pay back, and government won't be able to tax the profit as well. Okay, tax the companies. So it's gonna affect everybody across board. But at the end of the day, the GDP still looks robust. I don't know where that came from, but so far so good. That's what we got. Okay, we have a very robust GDP right there. But the currency and the economy, they are saying something different. Also, we have the actual GDP, quarterly GDP right there, also 4.3. Right, crazy stuff. But the market is just not computing the GDP into the actual move of the dollar just yet. Okay, the market is not computing it yet. And I don't know why, but let's keep going. What else did we have yesterday in the United States? Industrial capacity utilization. Okay, consumer confidence. Yeah, this is it right here. It also dropped. It dropped very heavily. It fell short of what the expectation was. Okay, Michael was expecting something quite decent, despite the fact that they even had a revision up. Okay, what we got last month was that the consumer confidence was quite lower, right? It was pretty low, but it got revised up. It's always getting revised, and then they will cut it down again. The next one, you can see right here, it is always getting revised up, higher and higher and higher again, and it kept on falling shorter and shorter and shorter. It's just terrible, right? Maybe by the time this will be released next month again, you will see that it will be revised up again, maybe around 92. And maybe drop to like maybe 83 or something. It's just crazy. All right. Fundamental, sometimes you just have to take it with a little bit of a grain of salt. Just follow the CB monetary policy, the government fiscal discipline and few things like that, and probably you'll make sense. And inflation, all this drama, all these debacles about GDP and everything, sometimes they're just kind of like noise, in my opinion, though. Okay, I might be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But sometimes they just kind of seem like noise, don't really make any sense. You just focus on what the Feds are saying, the central bank are doing, what are they buying, what are they selling, inflation, nobody that kind of seems sketchy to me lately also. So I just have to put that out there. Everything seems pretty sketchy, especially in the United States. All right, so it's all weird. But anyways, we see how it goes anyway. So that's why I guess this is all this did not focus on something, right? Everything we had here still doesn't scream short. The kind of sell-off that we experienced on the dollar yesterday, it still doesn't scream it to me, right? It still doesn't. I still don't see the reason why we got that massive dump. Okay, but again, consumer confidence. That's the only thing I've actually had people actually talk about the most yesterday. Consumer confidence is weird, right? Just have to question everything, because it's only when you can question things that kind of make anything kind of make sense to you, right? You have to be able to question things. Well, anyways, moving forward, guys. I don't want to rant too much, so it'll be boring. So let's focus on what we have right here on the actual core data. All right, the hard data that we have right here. GDP looks good. Manufacturing PMI is contrasting. Service PMI is what is robusting. It's actually coming up gradually, which is very good. All right, we also have the retail sales. Not good at all. Not good at all. It dropped. We have CPI low, it dropped. PPI also slowing down. Inflation in the United States seems to be slowing down, which is giving a very good vibe for the what's it called again? For the economy. All right, it giving a very good vibe for the economy, but a more slow or bearish tone, yeah, for the currency. In my opinion, you can see that Dow Jones, Nasdaq, S&P 500, all those guys are already up. Okay, from late upper week drop. Okay, last week was also very terrible for them, but since the mid of last week and the earlier this week, we've seen like some very good momentum. It's coming back to the indices, the stock market, and it seems very good to me. I guess that's why, I mean, inflation is slowing down, so that's very good. Anyways, moving forward, PCE also looks good. All right. When any inflationary data looks good, then you know that it's going to be very bad, or they are slowing down, excuse me. It's going to be very bad for the currency, and that's what we are probably getting from the dollar, I guess. But all of this is like December 18th. You know, it's weird. But moving forward, employment data also kind of like mixed, right? Non-farm payroll is not super bad, right? It was above what was it being forecasted. And ADP doesn't look good. Jones looks pretty good. Initial jobless claim looks pretty good. And unemployment rate, not good. Okay, so on average, I would give this 50-50. All right, all of the labor data survey, they all look super cool to me, in a way. All right, but at the end of the day, we have to still watch out. We have to still watch out to see what's up. So, averagely, dollar is weak. All right, but economy is strong. US economy is strong, but dollar is weak. So that is the bone of contention here today, guys. So let's focus on that. All right, we should focus on that. So now let's jump to the chart so I can wrap it up very early today. The next market, okay, the next target for DXY would be right below here at 97. Okay, right around the 97.45. Okay, that will be the next mark for the DXY. There is nothing I can say. That is it. Okay, just wait for the market to come back down here. Period. Okay, and by so doing, it could also potentially break below it and retest this this lower channel. I mean the lower band of this bearish channel, right? You can see we have it's a very clear descending channel or bearish channel, so whatever you want to call it. Okay, so I think it's just very obvious to look for this particular region to get retested. You can see we have it retested here, we have it retested multiple times here. Maybe it's gonna retested here again before we now get another drop pump to the upside. Probably it's going to target this particular the upper bound of the channel as well. We don't know, but I would like to see how all of that play out. So in my opinion, just wait for the DXY to drop down, cross around that 97.30, and we see if we can look for buy opportunity from there. Okay, or maybe it's going to drop further to the downside. Anything can happen to the dollar right now. With the data that we've seen, it's not looking good. Okay, nothing looks good. So keep that at the back of your mind moving forward. So where should we start today? Aussie dollar. Nothing looks good on Aussie right now. Okay, the guys just keep flying up. So there's nothing to actually look at. There's nothing to actually first on this one. So that divergence didn't play as I wanted it to. So we just have to leave this one and see how it goes. But this is very interesting, right? It's really, really interesting. But if you want to pick a trade on this particular dude right here? I would say that. I would say that. All right, let's take a look at this. I think. All right, now I'm thinking out loud, guys. So let's talk about thinking. Okay, this is a thinking. This is me. This is my thought. All right. So let's talk about what I think about Aussie dollar. I don't know what's happening to the chart. Or maybe I'm the one playing too much. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. This is ETA. This is a long one. First off, we have this extension. It's a lot of extension right there. The same thing happened here, which I initially thought we're going to get a pullback to this region before the market actually rallied higher to the upside. But as the market will have it, it said no, we only had this pullback and the market jump up. So moving forward, I would say wait for pullback again, the retest of this particular region. All right, then we look for buy opportunity. A long term, this is a swing plan, right? So this is a swing plan on Aussie dollar, just to wait for something like that. We already had this particular break of structure. The same thing happened right here, all right, also here. So we had series of break of structure, series of higher highs. All right, so just watch out for what? For pullback. All right, and then you look for buy opportunity moving forward on Aussie dollar. That's my take on it. Kiwi dollar, don't forget I already have a buy trade on Kiwi that I've been holding from this particular region. So I took the shot, which didn't play out very well, but I was looking for a buy to add to my buy at the bottom here. All right, but I don't think if that's gonna happen again, I'm not super sure. But if you take a look at this on the daily band, right, on the daily band, you can see that we have this particular trend line that's been retested a couple of times. So maybe we're going to get that pullback later in the week. All right, but maybe next year. We're going to get this pullback again, and the market will have the chance to actually move higher from there. All right, so that is my thought process on NZD dollar right now. And I would probably want this to be like an inverted head and shoulder pattern, right? Something like that. But I don't think that's ever going to happen again. It's already messed up. We have a divergence here. Very nice and decent divergence on daily time frame. Not every day you see a divergence on the daily. Not every day you see it. But this is a very beautiful divergence right there. And I guess we should expect maybe a push to the downside, then further upward move. That is my trade number one, which is my A plus setup on NZD. The other one would be a clear break above this particular resistance, clear break to the upside. Now wait for the pullback to retest this particular region or that particular level right there, and also this particular trend line. Use both of them as support. Okay, use this particular level right here as support, this previous resistance, use it as support, and then use this particular trend line, which has also been used as resistance multiple times, also here as what? As support. Then we can look for buy opportunity on NZD. So this is going to be my trade number 2, which is going to be like a setup, not A plus, but A. My A plus will be right below here, right? And then we look for buy opportunity the upside. So keep those two at the back of your mind. Pound dollar is awful, right? It's awful. I couldn't really get that counter trend trade on this one because no clear entry. You can see the momentum is just super strong. Okay, the bull momentum on pound dollar is just super strong. You can see the momentum. It's just awfully strong. I don't want to fight it, even though I wanted to, but I couldn't fight it. I didn't have the chance. I didn't have the chance. Okay, even though I had the money, but I didn't have the chance. So the next plan on pound dollar would be, all right. Let's make this a little thinner. Divergence is gone now. It's useless. All right. I think I should extend this a little bit to this particular region right here. I think this seems to make sense. I guess this also should make some sense right now. I guess. All right. So, in my opinion, I would say that. What do I want to say? Right. We have a trend line here. I guess let's make that a little obvious. Yeah. So, I think we can also say we have a kind of a structure here. All right, a kind of a very neat structure at the top here. So, if all things being equal, all right, all things being equal, and you can see the momentum we've had here: higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. So we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sort of move. All right, so we can either get like an ABC correction, move to the upside, okay, potentially, okay, an ABC correction move to the upside, or powered venture. If you're not going to get that, maybe an ABC, a short-term ABC like this, move to the upside. Also, we can have a deeper one that will probably like mitigate this particular demand zone, and the market will punch up, which is going to be like my T1, trade 1. This is going to be my what? Trade 2, the one that is more shorter, okay? That will probably use this particular structure right here, this particular resistance, use as support instead of using this particular demand zone as area of support. You get the point. So maybe this one, T2, or this one, T1. But right now, I'm just going to be looking for buy opportunity on pound dollar, 1 or 2. I wouldn't want it to come back here to mitigate this particular region. So I would prefer, this particular zone right here, get mitigated and move to the upside. That's going to be my thought process on this. Don't forget, this is a very good momentum to the upside on pound dollar. So you don't want to go against it. I think we should not go against it yet. I mean, there's no point. Although we had the divergence here, the market dropped, but that's all it's going to do. I was expecting a break below here, a pullback, so I can short it, but it did not happen. So guys, watch out very closely. USD CHF, I'm not sure I want to touch this guy, so we'll move on. USD CAD, well, it was a very good profit, I must say. Okay, USD CAD, yeah. Nothing on that one too. I'm not touching this guy with a mile long stick. All right, I'm not touching it. Now, dollar yen. I think we should wrap it up on dollar yen, on our major pair, major analysis, stuff like that. So let me bring out this particular tool. All right, this demand and supply zone kind of two. I think this makes good sense now. Yeah. We can have, guys, if we get a retest of this particular demand zone right here, 1, 2, 3. You can call it support. You can call it demand. All right, whatever you like. It's your choice. Your money, your choice, like I used to say. But I'll be looking for a retest of this particular zone right here. Then I will look for buy opportunity all the way to the very upside. That's number 1. Trade number 2, maybe we get a very deeper drop back to this zone or here, right? Back to this zone right here. I would not back away from buying, all right, but I will be cautious because the last straw for me on the buying side of dollar yen is 152.50. All right, if you see the market crossing below that, it causes an invalidation, and I will be backing off from buying dollar yen. All right, now this is very, very cool because if you look at the other yen pairs, you will see that they're still keeping their cool at the top. All right, let me quickly take a look at it. Let me show you what we can see on other yen pairs before things actually get super dicey. Here are the minor pairs right here. So let's start with something very close to dollar yen, which is pound yen. So where is pound yen? So this pound yen right here, and you can see that the drop is not as intense as that of dollar yen. You can see what I'm saying now. Look at both of them, compare them together. All right, you can see what we have right here on pound yen, and you can see what we have right here on dollar yen. All right, all of them make a fresh new high. Every single one of the yen pairs made a fresh new high, all of them. But dollar yen did not. All right, but you can see this is the old pullback that happened yesterday on pound yen, and this is the intense drop that happened on dollar yen yesterday. Okay, this means this is more induced or influenced by DXY, dollar itself. And since pound is still pretty strong, you can see we didn't really get that massive dump like this. So it is not because yen is strong that we got this drop on dollar yen. It's simply because dollar himself is weak. All right, that is more like the reason why we got that intense drop. Don't take my word for it. Let's take a look at Aussie yen. Aussie yen is also pretty strong, so that's not a good example. I must say, you can see the old pullback again. This is all the pullback we got. Swiss yen, not a very good example also, because again, it's not because they are not good example, but these guys are just bullish, right? But this is influenced. Dollar yen is influenced by the weakness in the dollar. So I just want to make that clear to us, especially for beginners that will be watching the video. So you don't, because you'll probably be looking for, if you're looking for a short sell on dollar yen to retest this particular region, if you are a day trader, you don't want to be looking for a short sell on all these ones again, because they might not happen, just didn't fly. Okay, so this is pure dollar induced or influenced move. All right, nothing more, nothing less. Japanese yen index is still very, very weak. Okay, very, very weak. So let's stay guided. Guys, this is where I'm going to be stopping today. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share with your friends. And don't forget to say hi to me in the comment section. If you actually watch the video to this point, I want you to say hi to me in the comment section. So I'll see you in the next one. Have a fabulous week and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year in advance.